What's good with it in the hood with it? Welcome back to the Collective Clips where you already know I get it in, right? And in Menudo style in a direct fashion, man, I need you guys to hit that like and subscribe button. Put your notification bell on all so that way you're directed in the direction of the dope content I'm kicking. And I highly appreciate all the support. So I wanted to talk about this CEO, right? And what she told me that stuck with me forever. You know, for some reason, this chick, she was a CEO. Her name was Mrs. Nelson. I'll never forget, right? And I give her that respect because she was an older lady. She wasn't on me sexually or tripping out on me. She took a liking to me because she seen that the way this particular gang coordinator was treating me. So I'm locked up out of state. I'm doing time. And this vato has something against Chicanos, period. Norteños, Southsiders, didn't matter, man. Quietly as it's kept, here's the true facts in the real deal. This vato was involved in that riota that happened in New Mexico. He was in that New Mexico riot, and word on the curb was he got his whole cheeks clapped backwards, right? He got his power bottomed. He got bottomed out. So with that happening to him, there was a disdain or a distaste for his own raza, for Mexicans. He was a Mexicano. And I guess when all that shit went down back in the days in New Mexico, they kind of covered it up. He was in a book. There was a book, man, and a lot of us knew about it. Someone put him on blast, so he'd walk fucking on the tier, and people would be like, "Hey, there's shit face. How'd that shit taste?" Right? And they'd disrespect him. I wasn't one of them guys. I didn't bump bacon soda breath on the door. Whatever happened to him, hey, it happens, you know. But I wasn't one to partake in that situation or that bullshit. Anyways, quietly as it's kept, the story went like this. Someone came from New Mexico that broke it down. The vato got his cheeks clapped backwards. A lot of COs did. And it was the Mexicanos that did it, I guess, right? That because he was a CO, they took him in the cuts and gave him some of that honey love. Like R. Kelly, right? Golden shower y todo. Anyways, the brothers, the blacks, actually saved him from that. So he had a lot of love for the blacks. I remember, man, he'd go out of his way to give them double trays or whatever. And he was like a captain or a sergeant at this time. He was that one, but he was also the gang coordinator. So you'd come in, he'd want to take pictures of your tattoos, figure out which building you were going to go to and all that. So as soon as I got there, he didn't like me. He didn't like me because I was a norteño from California and I was pushing that. You know, I was going to get where I was at and switch some shit up, or I was going to try. You know, I was going to at least program like if I was functioning on the California yards, just the way I get down. Or I got down at that time. And he knew this. So right from the gate, before I could even hit a building, man, he's already snatching me up, throwing me in the hole, letting me marinate for a little bit, putting the demo down, laying an example to what I had going on. Whatever, man. I could do that shit standing on my head. So I do a couple weeks in the hole. And eventually I know he's going to have to kick me out because he made some bullshit ass write-up that I was fucking pushing gang politics and all that. And I just got there. I didn't even have a chance to hit a yard yet to push gang politics. So he was fucking jumping the gun. You know, lock me up in about 3 weeks from now when I'm doing that. So anyways, he has to let me out of the hole and he puts me on this unit with other norteños and we're doing our thing. And I remember the first time that he pressed up and really fucked with me, fucked me over. And this is what got the attention of Mrs. Nelson in the first place. That's why I'm telling you his backstory to lead up to her story. They used to give you shorts, right? And of course, nobody wants skin tight ass John Stockton shorts. It ain't happening, right? Then you're going to be labeled the mailman, like you're on some weird shit. So I asked for extra baggy shorts. I was going to sew them up, you know, of course, some size 50s or something. It's triple X. And he snatched my shorts up and wrote me up for gang paraphernalia. I was trying to be gang related and threw my ass in the hole again. So while in the hole, this chick, Mrs. Nelson, works the tira. She works the building. And she sees this bootsy ass write up and she's seen me just in the hole not even a few weeks prior. And she's like, why do you keep going in and out of the hole? What is it about the hole that you enjoy so much? Why do you keep fucking up? And of course, man, I come from an old school lineage of not fraternizing with the canine. You know, there's no reason to conversate. You're here to turn the key. I'm here to unlock it. You lock me up, I unlock it. But I had no one else to really talk to. He had me isolated in a hole within a hole, you know, all the way in the corner by myself, away from my homeboys. He was trying to break me, you know, and he wasn't trying to break me to stop gangbanging. He had nothing good. No, there was no good intentions. He just didn't like a Mexican, period. Because he knew what the chorra tastes like. Straight up. So anyways, the Vato has me in there and she's telling me, and I have no one to talk to. So I tell her, you know what? Read the write-up. Read the previous write-up and you figure it out. So she does. She does, man. I admire her for being a real one and actually going back and doing her homework. And she says, you're in here for some shorts? I said, absolutely. Shorts that I never even got. Shorts that I asked from R&R, because you would tell R&R, man, to, send you clothing, and then they would send it to the building, and boom, that's how you got your clothes. Or you would go up to R&R and get them. And I go, I never even got them. I requested them. And this Vato locked me up in the hole for requesting bigger fucking shorts than I deserved, I guess, right? I got la chorra, so I needed room. And she, of course, didn't like that. So she got at whoever she got at, and another lieutenant came in. She worked it, got at him, and eventually they let me out. They were going to let me out anyways. He couldn't hold me down forever. So this guy, he had a funny voice too. He said, I don't fucking like you essays, right? That's how he used to talk. He was like, if I see you in anything, I'll lock your ass up to the day you go home. I'll make it so you don't go home. He had me spooked. He had me shook because I've seen so many instances, I've heard of so many different situations where Vatos got canceled out, set up, whatever. So he always had me on my toes. Every time he'd walk in the building, I'd put my head down, try to stay away from this cat because, and it wasn't just me. Don't get it twisted. He didn't have a hard on just for me. It was every Mexican gang member that he felt was functioning, he fucked with, right? And he let it be known. So anyways, I get transferred to a building, man, and I actually get my minimum status. My points drop and I go out to a minimum building. And I'm away from the inside of the prison. It's more like on the outside. So I'm doing my thing, man. They had work crews, all kinds of things. I wasn't eligible for that, but I was getting closer to my date. And I was in a spot where if it popped off, it popped off. I'd get more time, but nobody was really tripping. When people's points drop and everyone's short in the program, and it's a programming unit, whether you're an active gang member, you're doing all that in this particular state, man, you're just trying to get on, right? It ain't your fucking home anyways, not your backyard, so why spit in it? So I'm doing my thing, and every once in a while, this Vato would float in like a floater, and I'd see him, and he'd be like, you motherfucker, right? And I'd be like, he almost got me to a point one time where I wanted to choke him out a little bit. Almost clubber langed his ass, right? But I knew better, because I knew if I put hands on him, not only would they smash on me, because that's what the cops would do, but he'd have his reason. I would give him the reason to lock my ass up. So anyways, this chick gets transferred to my unit, and I had the juice, man. I don't know why. I don't know why she took a particular liking to me, but she encouraged me. Every time she's seen me not motivated or getting in the mix or involving myself in something, she would check me, but not in a bad way. She would conversate with me and tell me, hey, is this what you want? Do you want to stay here? Do you want to go back within the facility walls and have that dude fuck with you? If you want, I'll take you right now. I'll walk you there myself. Or do you want me to walk you out of this prison and you never come back? And I was, well, I want to take that walk, right? That's the walk I want to take. So she says, well, keep doing your program. Keep doing what you do. I don't care about the gangs. I don't care about any of that. I don't understand it. She was a real woman, like a good lady. She said, and she used to hook me up with double tray every day, man. Fire too. Always on hamburger, chicken day shit. The plug, right? When she didn't work one time on chicken day and I promised to some Africanos some chicken, I was asked, I was starving, right? Anyways, because you still respect. You have to give up your tray. Your word is all you have. So anyways, I get a visit. I'll never forget. I get a visit and my jefita comes, one of my sisters, her old man, whatever, they come to visit me. And this chick made it a point to work visiting that day or to go into visiting that day just to absolutely meet my mother, to let her know that I'm doing all right. I was like, damn, can I do my thing, right? She had to explain to her that, she was watching out for me. She was looking out. And like I said, I don't know what I ever did to this woman. I just got on her radar. Her antenna started wiggling and she liked me. And she was cool. And I looked at her as a mother figure. And in the gang life, and even in prison, that's very rare. You don't have a mother figure. I've had a couple homegirls that looked out for all the homeboys. The type of homegirl. Hey, everyone could go to their pad, eat all their food, sleep at their pad. They'll cook and whatever, clean, do everything for you. Wash your laundry, fold your clothes. But at the end of the day, that's just a friend. That's just a homegirl. Usually what happens is they're cool. They're looking out for all the homies and they get an old man and all that shit stops. Quick. Once they get a dude, he shuts down that shop, right? I had it happen a gang of times. So anyways, this woman, like I said, she was old enough to be my grandmother. She was like a mother figure to me. She was cool. Sometimes I was in the mix, man. I was thinking about doing a removal or getting involved in something that had obligated myself to do, but didn't necessarily have to do. And she would kind of look at me like she knew what was up, like, hit that Southsider, hit him, and watch what happens. And I'll be like, fuck, eh? Right? And that was it. But quietly as it's kept, I thank her. I thank her all my life, man. I'll never forget her because she motivated me to do well, do better. You know, to think about myself first, put myself first, not in a bad way, but in a good way, to educate myself. You know, she would constantly, hey, did you sign up for that new program they got? I didn't even know they had a new program. Well, that's cool. I signed you up. Bitch, I didn't say sign me up. Right? There's a gang of sureños in there. Right? You're trying to get me clipped. But that was that. So anyway, she did come to visiting. She met my family, some of my family members. And my mother even asked me, who is this lady? Why does she like you? You know what I mean? And I was like, I don't know. Maybe she wants me to bond. I can't. I don't know. You know, but I mean, if it got to go down, it got to go down because shit, at the same time, she hooks me with that double trays, and double is always better. You know, the double bouble. So, anyways, it gets close to me getting out. And what had happened was this. They brought a vato, and there was a gang of paisas on my unit. There was no Southsiders on my unit. You know, there was about 6 Norteños on the unit, 6 or 7 of us. And in this particular prison, everybody was on site, north and south. So we'd get off on each other. Sometimes some yards we'd program with them. Sometimes we wouldn't. This was a wartime where we weren't. You know, it was on. Smoke was on. And there's nothing but paisas in this unit with us. And they're cool. They're just functioning, doing their thing. We're cool with them, whatever. No Southsiders. You know, there was a couple times where Southsiders came, dropped their bags, got off where they were mad at immediately. They weren't going to function with us. We weren't going to function with them. If they tried to come in and set up shop, we'd get off and get them out of there. Or, you know, it was the same thing for us on their units. They'd get us out of there. So that's just the way it was. And so anyways, they bring this cat in, right? And immediately he has that look. So I hit him up. Hey, bro, you Sureño, Southsider? What's up, bro? I'm ready to get off. Do what I have to do. It's just the game. That's the way the game was back then. You know, we were all fucking bad. And he said, nah, I kick with the paisas. And actually, he was a Chicano, but he was like, I roll with the paisas. I'm not into that gang banging shit. You know, and I understood there was vatos that just didn't do that. They just didn't want to be involved in that, right? So who was I to apply pressure, man? If you came in ready for that, you got that. But if you didn't want that, then I'd be an oppressor. I'd be a bully, picking on people. You don't do that shit, right? So anyways, this vato comes in. He's flying under the radar. He's cool. Well, a Southsider comes, a real one, right? And as soon as he walks in, I tell the homeboy from Sanjo, there's a homeboy there. I'm like, hey, this fool, this is one of them fools, right? I was like, wait till he goes, because there was a bathroom area that was kind of in the blinds. I go, hey, let's just wait till he goes. Because now, a couple of homeboys had shipped out, so now there was 4 of us left. And I was like, man, if we smash on this fool, we're all going to the hole. And I was getting out. I had like 2 weeks to the pad, right? So I was like, let me manipulate this shit to work for me. I'm thinking about myself, right? But I still got to handle my business. I know I'm obligated. So I'm like, we're going to catch him, but we're going to catch him in the bliña, smash him, make him roll it up. He'll go up to the counselor and be like, fuck that, I got to go, right? But this Vato had other plans. Vato was no punk whatsoever, by no means, right? So he comes into the building, drops his bags, bah, right? Drops his bags, and he was like, hey, this is Suru, that's it. You know what I mean? What's up? So we're like, well, what's up then? We jump up. He's like, let's go in the bathroom and handle it. He's a G, right? And I said, all right, I respect that. And he's like, I ain't going nowhere, eh? I ain't going to roll it up or nada. Let's fucking handle our business, and whoever wins, the other ones go. Well, fuck it then. Let's go, right? So as he's walking to the area, there's like 3 of my homeboys like, we're going to jump him. I'm going to keep it real. That old myth, Norteños don't jump you, they'll just catch the fade, that's a lie. We was going to smash this dude, right? And he knew it, but he wasn't scared. I don't know if he had a pico on him, a piece or whatever, but he just wasn't scared. So anyways, as we're walking, we're in a dorm setting. And as we're walking past these doors to go to the latrine area, the cuts, this other little vato jumps off his bunk. The vato that's been there now for a couple weeks, that said he wasn't in the mix. And he was like, hey, what's up, Bessie? So, right? I'm like, oh, fuck no. So automatically, I ain't even tripping on this dude that just came in. It's this dude right here that flew under the radar, man. Sleeper cell shit, right? Terrorist shit. So this vato right here, now all of a sudden he's like, yeah, that's right. Ha, I played you guys. All right, now there's 2 of us. That's it. All right. Okay, well, you about to get fucked up, right? So we go into the bathroom. Look, this is why I'm gun, because I don't lie. I keep it real, right? I take W's and I take L's, and sometimes I'll take a LW, right? This was an LW. This was like I was winning at first and then I lost at the end, right? So trip out. Vato fucking, We're getting off. I rush him. Boom, boom, boom in the bathroom. The homeboys, 2 homeboys are on the other dude. He's handling his business. And I'm catching this fool. Bam, bam. I'm mad, right? Somewhere in the mix, he catches me with a nice one. Boom. I'm unmad now. He sobered me up. The adrenaline and all the go get it is gone, right? I don't want to fight no more. I'm going home in 2 weeks, right? And we're being loud in here. Shh. So now the fool's catching me. Bing, 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 bing. But I'm catching him too. So anyways, it was an LW, meaning it was a loss-win situation or a win-loss, right? So now what happens is one of the vato that came in there, he has a big-ass black eye. Remember, he was taking 2-on-1, man. One of the homeboys was keeping posted, 2-on-1. I handled the business with the other one. So anyways, we come out and it's kind of like a standoff, like, what's up, right? Nobody wants to get off in the middle of the day room or none of that. You know, it's kind of just like everybody wants to go home. And so then Vatos were like, well, I mean, you guys handled your business. We give you respect, right? Vatos like, hey, we're going to stay. All right, do your thing. And I still don't like the little dude, like, you know, puto, right? Now, you're a punk. And I tell this homeboy, hey, Holmes, your homeboy's been here the whole time saying he don't bang and shit. And he's already questioning, like, what's up, bastard? Hey, look at my eye, right? They're doing their thing. And then the placa comes in, the one that doesn't like me, right? And he sees this guy's black eye and he says, what the fuck happened to you, SA? Right? And the Sureño's solid, right? He's like, nah, nada. You know what I mean? I fell and shit. And he's like, you got into it with these norteños. And he was like, nah. And he was like, you guys are not supposed to be in the same building. I sent you over here to get your ass kicked, right? And I'm thinking, and we did that. But he still ain't going nowhere. And he's got his respect. So this fool snatches me up, of course. And he goes, I should put your ass in the fucking hole. Tell me what happened. I said, what happened? Right? And he's like, you little motherfucker, I'll put you in the hole forever, right? And this other lieutenant is with him and he goes, he's looking through my C file, right? And he's like, you go home in 4 days? I had a few days left, right? Or I had about a week left. And I was like, yeah. And he was like, and the other guy goes, what the fuck do you mean he goes home? He don't never go home, right? And he goes, nah, his out date, my projected release date is in a couple days. And this fool looks at me and he goes, just go home then. Now all of a sudden he wants to be nice. He tries to shake my hand. He was like, it was a pleasure. I'm like, no, it wasn't. For you, it was, motherfucker. When I was in the oil, it wasn't a pleasure, right? So anyways, they bounced. Good looking out. They didn't lock us up for it. They didn't make no fuss over it. So this chick comes in the building, right? It's her. She works there. Everywhere I went, she followed, right? She liked me. She was cool. And she tells me, hey, what happened? I know you guys fought in the bathroom. What happened? I said, nothing, not for reals. She's like, don't lie to me. You know, we're friends. And I was like, no, we're not. But nothing happened. And she was like, okay, I can respect you sticking to your gang rules, right? She was like, so you're going home. And she goes, I don't work that day. And I was like, oh, yeah. And she was like, but I'm going to surprise you with something. And I'm thinking, damn, maybe she's going to bring me a hamburger or something. She's going to hook me up, right? So the day that I parole, I'm up. It's like 3 a.m. I'm doing push-ups right by my bunk. And one of the homeboy Peanut is right there. He was from Sacra. Getting that Peanut, like, damn, bro, I'm going home right now. He's like, damn, bro, we're going to miss you and shit. You know, there ain't too many homeboys from Khalifa. I said, don't trip, bro. It's all good. You're short. You got like 6 months. It's all good. Just stay out of that fucking cop's way, bro. You know how he is with the homies. So anyways, this cop walks in, big black dude. He's like, you ready to go? And there was a black dude that was paroling too. And we're like, yeah. And all of a sudden the door opens and here comes that lady, Miss Nelson. And she walks in and she was like, I literally came into work today and I didn't even have to work just so I could fulfill the promise that I gave you when I first met you, which was I was going to walk you out of this gate myself. And she did, man. She walked me out of that gate when they popped that gate open, man, for me to get in that van to, you know, catch my little bus or whatever. Because my family wasn't trying to, they came to visit me, but they wasn't trying to come pick me up. Fuck you, we're busy, right? It was bus status. I already knew what it was. At least I had dress outs. So anyways, she walks me out there and I turn and I was like, you know what? Thank you for everything. Thank you for everything. You motivated me, man. And she goes, you know what? And this is what stuck with me forever. She says, never look back. Always look forward, but never forget to look on the side of you. And I said, and I didn't get it. And as I got older, I realized never go backwards, man. You know where you started from? Remember that. Always go forward in life, but look at and see who's next to you. That's always going to change. Anyways, with that being said, that's what she told me, man. I respect her. I don't know where she's at in life. I hope she's doing well. And I hope that other fucking cop fucking smells caca every day. I hope that a bird shits right here and he just sniffs it every day. What is that? I'm gonna fucking put you in the hole. He was an asshole. Anyways, with that being said, man, I hope you guys enjoyed the story. It's true facts. It is what it is, man. And with that being said, collective clips, man, let's get it in. You know, move smooth with a purpose. Get everything that you want coming. And remember, at the end of the day, it's all about the strive, the struggle, the struggle, the strive. Remember, at the end of the day, man, people are gonna tell you and try to give you game and clecha and escuela and points and whatever. Take what you will from it and utilize it, or don't. It's totally up to you. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Heavy's gonna be the head that wears the crown. I'm gonna continue to strive, struggle, struggle, strive for what I honestly, truly believe in, and that's the betterment of all people. There's some game for you. Knowledge you can't get in college. Bang, bang.